Hey everybody, welcome back to another StaticCast gaming video. Today's Monday, December 28th, 2020. I hope everyone had a great weekend, and also if you've had any time off of work and school, I hope you've enjoyed that as well. If you've been watching any of my gaming news videos about the PS5, you know I've been having a hard time getting one. So I actually broke down out of curiosity and started browsing Facebook Marketplace to see if any of these prices, from private sellers have gone down. I did notice that a lot of them did, but if you notice, like some of these, like this one here says $500, they don't really want $500. They really want $975, not $500, because apparently I think Facebook will not allow you to ship something if it's over a certain amount of money. So usually when you're looking around, you want to definitely read the description or read the fine print, so to speak, that they're putting in there. In fact, sometimes I saw some that were like for $45 or $1. At that point, it's not true. They're just trying to, get it on there, and so Facebook won't reject it or something like that. But I did look for a couple of local ones in my area that were within about 20 to 30 minutes away. I could only find two where the price was between $700 and $800, which is what I decided I was willing to pay for a disc edition PS5. I saw one that was $750, and someone beat me to that one. I found another one that was $800. I figured it was only $50 more, so I figured, okay, I can get this money back just working overtime a couple hours for a couple of days or something. I'm not worried about it. So I messaged them and sent them an offer, and not even 30 seconds later, they accepted my offer. So I got the notification that they accepted it. So I was like, oh, okay. Let's see what this person says. So at first I got kind of turned off, really, because they started off saying, pick up December 29th, must pay to hold. If not, let me know. I'll go to next in line. So they're pretty aggressive already and making me feel like they just want me to pay right away for this thing. And usually that's not a good sign, to be honest. I mean, if anyone's had any experience with dealing with people you never met before or you don't trust, that's usually one of the first signs, is that they press you. So I kept my cool though, and I said, okay, I live locally nearby. What way do you want to accept payment? And they said I could use PayPal. So I said, can I have your address? And they actually did reply underneath that, and they gave me their address. So I said, okay, thanks. After that, they replied back and they said, just let me know once paid and you're all set. I'll contact you as soon as I get home and you can swing by. So I said, okay. And, in the meantime, the whole time they were saying that, I was actually looking up their address on their township's website. And sure enough, their first and last name actually did show as the house owner. And that name matched their Facebook account, and their Facebook account was active since 2008. So all indications were that this was a real person, a real address. It looked like it was legit. So I went ahead and said, okay, I set the payment. They sent me a link to make the payment. So I just clicked on that, and then I made the payment, and then it was successful. And then once they got the payment, they actually replied back and said, okay, I got it. But I realized I had forgotten to ask them for a receipt. So when they actually told me they were home and I could come by and pick it up, I wanted to mention that to them and ask them if they had a receipt. One thing that concerned me was that they said, okay, I'll put it out around 5:15, because I told them that I was going to be there about 30 minutes. And that was about 5 o'clock. And I said, okay, wait, I'll be there about 5:30. Because in my mind, I'm thinking, wait, don't put it outside and let it sit there forever. But they said, perfect, I'll put it on the side of my porch. So now my heart's racing, because I'm like, all right, now I really got to hurry up and get there, or this thing's going to be sitting outside on the porch. I said, okay, do you happen to have a receipt for it? And fortunately, they said, yes, I do. So I went ahead and just said, okay, at this point, I just got to make sure I get there as quickly as possible and as safely as possible. But I was just worried about, if I didn't get there in time, somebody could be strolling by and see this thing sitting on the porch. So that was nerve-wracking. I felt like saying, hey, can you just wait till I pull up or something? But I just said, let me just try and get there. ultimately, this resulted in me getting this thing and bringing it home. I put it on my son's bed, and I've never seen him so excited. Um, so I'm really glad that I did this for him. I took it out of the smaller box out of the bigger box. Also, take note of the receipt, which they did say that they had a receipt for it, and they did. It was from Walmart, and it was a legitimate receipt. It had the barcode, the serial number for the PS5 on there. It was all real. So, I started to calm down at this point. I felt like this was coming together. I took the PS5 and the controller out, the HDMI cable, the USB cable, everything was in there that it came with. So the next step was just to, hook it up to his TV and go through the setup. Everything was working. I was getting a picture. I didn't hear any weird noises coming from the PS5 or anything. It was whisper quiet, completely quiet, as a matter of fact. He was able to sign in with his PlayStation account. We did all the updates. I took all the extra precautions and turned off the sleep mode, and I turned off the vibration and anything with the triggers, the adaptive triggers. I shut all that stuff off because I heard that might be breaking some of the controllers. I made sure there was a password on it, everything I could think of. And the main reason why I was worried about this and why I went ahead and caved in and just spent more money on this was because of information like this that I got today from Twitter from PS5 stock alerts. It says there haven't been any updates about the PS5 console because it hasn't been in stock anywhere for a week. Target has been stocking up for an order pickup release, but nobody knows for sure when that will drop online. PlayStation Direct could also have a PS5 queue at any time. So, things like this, and with all the experiences I've been through where I just never stood a chance with any retailer, PlayStation Direct, any retailer, I could not get a hold of this thing to save my life. And I'm just nervous that if, even after the new year, this continues, there's going to still be a lot of people trying to fight with this traffic, trying to get these things, and you still may have trouble getting it. And I just did not I couldn't justify letting him wait potentially another 3 to 6 months for something until they, actually get the inventory up for these things enough where it's going to be a surplus. I didn't want to make him wait. I have a Xbox Series X right now, and he wanted the PS5. I can wait to get my own. So I said, you know what? I'm willing to spend an extra $300 for this thing. The only thing at that point I was worried about was everything going to be legit, and in my case, it turned out to be. The look on his face, he's been doing so good in school with having to work remotely from home, and the way this year has gone and things that have gone in his life and stuff, I really feel like he's been working hard and doing this. He's been doing stuff for me in the house, helping me with things. He's really been great. So I felt like he really deserved this 100%. So between that and the fact that this person was local to me, they were willing to do have me pick it up at their house. So they were actually giving away their location and willing to have me see where they live. Their address was real. I looked it up on their township website. Their name was real. Their name showed up on the township's website as the owner of the house. Their Facebook account was old. It's been around for years. So everything in this case looked good. They had a receipt for the PS5. So in this case, this actually ended up working out good for me. I did pay more, but everything considered that I just mentioned, I think it was worth it in this case for me. I can get that $300 back, and even then I technically don't have to, but I can work a couple hours overtime here and there and get that back. I'm not worried about it. It's not a problem. But that being said, in no way am I actually telling everyone listening to this that this is what you should do as well. This is something that you definitely need to make that personal decision before you jump into this. I definitely would not have had anything shipped to me. That's just out of the question for me. So if you're thinking about doing the same thing, I would look for local pickup only, where someone has to have the receipt and be willing to give you their address to pick it up. Now, some people might want to meet at a police station and stuff like that. I guess that's okay if they want to meet in a public place, because you can't really force somebody to tell you where they live. But even then, they should have a receipt and be willing to at least stay there long enough so that you can check to make sure the thing's in there and stuff like that. So let me know what you think about this in the comments. Have you had a similar experience, or are you going to still try and wait out for when Target or other places are going live and try to get one still? I'd love to hear it. So go ahead and just let me know what you think in the comments. And also, if you like the content that I'm putting up, feel free to like and subscribe. I really appreciate everyone that's subscribed and commented on my videos so far. And I'd love to hear your experiences, so definitely don't be afraid to put them down in the comments. And if you have any suggestions or anything you want to see, go ahead and put that in there too. And also, if you do comment on my videos, I'll do my best to reply to them as well, because I know that's part of what all this is all about. So I hope everyone enjoys the rest of their day, and stay tuned for more videos. So everyone enjoy the rest of your week, and I'll talk to you next time. All right, see you later.